to Align with Ariana. I am Ariana, your favorite psychic medium. Now, if you are new to my channel, I am able to go beyond the veil of life and death and connect with spirits that are sometimes nice and sometimes not so much. If you would like your own personal reading, please visit www.alignwithariana.com. So before we go ahead and get started, I just want to let you know that none of these things that I come to find out are proven facts. These are things that I pick up in the spiritual realm from the higher selves of these individuals that I am making contact with. Now, it is up to you to use your discretion and enter at your own risk. This is some really interesting stuff that I'm picking up on in the spiritual realm. With this story, it was said or alleged that Paul Mooney had some serious allegations against him with Richard Pryor's sons in regards to sexual orientation and sexual relationship and violations. But what I am picking up in the spiritual realm, you guys, is that there was definitely some violations that took place, and there is definitely some dishonesty. But the craziest part that I'm picking up on this dishonesty is I am picking up on the higher self of Paul Mooney, and I am sensing some serious regret. Now, I am going to connect with him to see if his higher self is willing to talk about what took place and really go into the depths of what really happened and what really occurred, and if Paul and if Richard Pryor Jr. is telling the truth. Alright, so what I am picking up on from Paul Mooney is that with his higher self, which is how he's connected, is that there was definitely some deception that was going on here, you guys. The story is not truly adding up. So Paul Mooney, from what I am picking up on his higher self, his higher individual, is that there is some regrets in regards to Richard Pryor Jr. Now, I am picking up on a sensible relationship that did take place. Now, was this relationship something that was consensual? I am actually not picking that up. What I am picking up from the higher realms is that someone feels guilty, and it seems like it's Paul Mooney that feels guilty for a lot of the things, and a lot of things are taking place in regards to his health. Now, his higher self is leaning towards some illness that he does has going on in his body. That is not specific or as too specific as what the higher self is leading towards. Now, these allegations against Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor Jr. is one that is very serious. So I want you to know that what I am picking up on is simply just the higher self. Paul Mooney's higher self is feeling deeply, deeply regrets. It is feeling so ashamed that coming forth is not an option. I am also picking up on Richard Pryor Jr., which is very, very hurt and still trying to heal in this process. His higher self is one that is very damaged in the spiritual and in the physical realm of this situation. Richard Pryor Jr. has deep regrets, and he does recount the memories and the images of what took place. I even see him as a young boy that had some deep regrets about what took place. The story is very sad in a sense that I don't feel like this was something that took place because of someone was being misguided or misled to do something, but I feel like that there was some deep rooted problems. Paul Mooney is hurting from this situation. He is very connected to the situation, and he feels like so much pressure is on him. He is now, with his higher self, trying to figure and connect the dots of what went wrong. He is also trying to figure and connect the dots of what he's feeling on the inside. I am able to pick up on an illness or sickness that is going on with Paul Mooney. Now, this does relate to the lungs area. I'm seeing it pertain to some type of smoking or some type of lung suffocation or some type of lung allergies or some type of lung situation as it relates to Paul Mooney. He is very hurt by the situation, and he is not willing to talk about it nor connect with others about it. What I am picking up on in the higher realm is that it seems like this situation has been one in the books or been known between the two families. Now, I'm not picking up on that this is something new, but what I am picking up on is that the surfacing or the resurfacing of the hurt is one that has caused so much damage from both ends of the spectrum. Now, I am seeing Richard Pryor Jr. Trying to move forward in his life, trying to heal, trying to connect with the deeper parts of him. I want to let you guys know his higher self is guiding me to say that he was taken advantage of when he was a young child. Now, there is no facts for this information, but what I do know is that he was violated. He felt so restricted in how to move and how to go about things. He said a lot of his life was born or given or driven in the spotlight, and this spotlight has caused many issues to many people, including myself. I am not able to continue life as what I thought it would be. Now, whatever that means for Richard Pryor Jr., I feel like this is a very shifting, transitional point in his life, because the details that came out were so unexpected, so true, so raw, so natural to what everybody in this world is going through in different areas. He is not very happy about continuing his life in so much hurt and in so much pain. What he is asking for is for Paul Mooney to come forward and speak of his truth about what took place. And now the sexual energy that took place in this incident is one that is surrounded by dark matter, not by truth and not by light. Now, the energy that I pick up on Paul Mooney's sons is one that is very aggressive in a matter to defend their father's name. This is very true and hurtful for them because they were very protective about their father and who the idea of their father was. Now, what's so weird, you guys, is that I am sensing that this is an old story that is resurfacing back up to the surface. I am connecting with the higher spirits of Paul Mooney and his sons, and this is very hurtful for their family because they're trying to get healing and closure to move forward in their life. And so is Richard Pryor Jr. They're just trying to get healing in many and different ways. Richard Pryor Jr. will not stop until he feels like there is some justice. I see many people involved in this situation, and I don't see a real, true resolution, just pure conflict. So, you guys, I hope that we can find it in our heart to forgive, love, and accept the truth of others. For more details, for more goodies, for more working your magic, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace, love, Wadu.